Hello, everyone, and welcome to World Kindness Day with
Yay!
myself, Jeanette Martin, the creator and the co-founder of the world's only Gratitude and Appreciation Summit, along with Who Are You by Candlelight.
I know I'm in the candlelight. The power just went out in our whole neighborhood. So it's been very stormy, and yeah, we're supposed to get like 200 milliliters of rain this weekend. I know it's a lot. Anyway, yeah, I'm Kathy Fester on the other I don't know, something to do with the Gratitude and Appreciation Summit.
When you lose power, it tends to feel like your whole body starts to lose power.
I don't know. It's interesting. Actually, I've got like 5 candles here, so this is about as bright as I can be.
So you're
yeah, World Kindness Day today.
I know, like, isn't it? I would say it's my second favorite holiday, and I'm calling it a holiday.
Okay.
Or day of observance. I would say day of observance.
There
because,
you go.
Yeah. World Gratitude Day, of course, that's,
Yeah.
top. And kindness. And it's without kindness, how do you get to gratitude?
Yeah. And I will tell you, this past week has been a real challenge with kids. As you all know, I'm a teacher. And we only had 3 days of school with kids this week because we had Remembrance Day on Thursday, and then we had a Professional Development Day yesterday. And it was interesting on Remembrance Day, and we're remembering our, people that fought the war and the sacrifices people have given for our freedoms and all of that kind of stuff. And the conversation, let's put it this way, I had to really put a time out on my kids' discussion because they were getting so angry. And I had to really emphasize on being kind to yourself. I said, you guys are really stressed. There's so much social media out there, so much not happy stuff going around, and teenagers trying to navigate their hormones, let alone the world's crises. And I have a couple kids from Afghanistan in my class as well. And of course, we all know what's happening in Afghanistan. And it's just a scary world for these kids. So, I'm really switching my teaching. I'm not teaching so much music, but more about life and how to handle kindness. Be kind to yourself, be kind to one another. And, just watch our words and be grateful for what we have right here and now. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future, just the here and now. And I've been doing it daily for the last week and a half, where I've asked the kids to go to one another and say, look at the person behind you and say something nice to them.
Beautiful.
Look to the person beside you and say something nice to them, because it's such a challenge for them to sort of focus on that. So my husband's looking for more lighters to put more candles on.
You know what? Tell him you're quite romantic, and this is very impactful. When you're, we can definitely see your beautiful face. So, Kathy, how has that been going from day 1 to day? It sounds like you're in about day 10 of your kindness journey with your students. How was day 1 compared to, say, day 10?
What's happening is the kids are becoming more free in coming and talking to me and sharing their thoughts and ideas, which is a healthy thing, because I'm finding the kids are bottling up their energies, their comments, their thoughts, their feelings and emotions in not a healthy way. And it's important for them to at least be able to discuss it.
Right.
We can't solve it. We can't solve the world problems, but one person at a time, by being kind, we can change the world. We can change our environment and our communities. And we have a choice as to what we pay attention to and how we take that information. We have a choice. And there's unfortunately a lot of grownups out there that are not making the right choices right now. I've been stunned by the things I've seen in the last 48 hours, just stunned. And I won't get into it because it's not kind of our groove. We're all about kindness and everything, but it's just take a breath and be kind to yourself.
And I think being kind to your family environment is, I know there's certain homes that if you could make a pact where you're allowed to have the news on once a day and not as soon as you wake up in the morning and you're watching the news, or they have the news on the TV going in the background, and maybe some kids go home for lunch, and parents tend to watch the news at noon, and then at 6 o'clock, and then at 11 o'clock. And if it's playing in the background, we all know by, I guess the word right now I'm thinking about, assimilation, or you start to absorb it, even though you may not be watching it. But if your children are doing homework at the dinner table, or at the kitchen island, and they're constantly kind of hearing this in the background, it's gotta weigh on kids. All this, the social media, one, yes, 100%, I agree. There's so much untruths out there.
Yeah.
And having the, where they believe their trusted source of information,
Yeah.
oh, the crazy news, and then they're trying to make it up themselves, and they don't know how to talk to somebody about, okay, this is what I think, feel. Way to go, Kathy. Way to go. I can just imagine the music being that much sweeter with all of
Oh,
this gone,
yes.
like
Yeah.
all of this, like,
Well, we have a saying where we leave our problems outside the classroom so
mhm,
that we can totally let the power of music envelop us and feed our
lovely.
souls. And that's been a big discussion in all my music classes, is the power of music. And we need to feed our souls, and feed our souls with positiveness, feed our souls with gratitude and appreciation for who we are, feed our souls with kindness. And I'm seeing a difference. It's slow and it's hard. It's really hard. I mean, I know here in our house, we don't watch the news. The only time I look at the news is driving to work. I listen to our radio station, just because I feel you have to know what's going on,
Mhm.
but I don't sit with it. I don't watch it. My father used to watch it 5 times a day. It drove me crazy. It's like 5 times a day. The news doesn't change that much, but it's
No.
too much, right? Yeah.
We make our own news. I think those of us that are keyed into the moment and grateful in the moment,
Yeah.
is our news is what's affecting us right in front of us. So
Now, yes.
was I kind of that person? Oh, that's good. That feels like good news. And it's the people like right in our sphere.
Yeah.
That's my news. That's where I get
Yeah.
my news. And when I go onto social media, and those of you out there that know me, know I use social media for good. I purposely look for those good stories
Yes.
and
Yes.
jump into the comment box and go, "Ooh, love the way
Yeah.
you're playing with your grandparents, and or playing with your grandkids," and looking for those opportunities to put those kind
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah.
And so many of my friends go, "Oh, my Facebook feed is so awful," and I said, "Well, what are you putting
What are
out
you
there?"
putting in it? Yeah,
Yeah, what do
exactly.
you put? Because guess what? The algorithm, much like if you don't have the algorithm of your life,
Yeah.
well, if you don't
It's
know how
all
to get,
energy. Yeah. It's all
yes,
energy. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
all energy. And we talked about that today. Today we had the promptings day holiday kickoff with
Mhm.
Greener Still. And we talked a lot about that, about just how sharing kindness, by doing a good deed, by sharing kindness and saying something nice, a pick me up for another person, how can that be so effective on individuals? And you just never know. So I
No,
understand Leon, which is what our
yeah,
Sundays, kindness, are all about. Leon, I hear, put a post up with a
yes.
challenge. Tell us about that, Jeanette.
Well, because he's our little superstar in our brains and our beings, in our hearts, is he's doing 3 deeds, where do 3 kindness deeds posted on social media using hashtag go be kind, from now until November 29th, which is, I think, the day after Thanksgiving in the United States. So he's kind of making it almost like 2 weeks of good kindness out there in the world. So it's go do a kind deed. And it could be something as, I love your famous one, is just open a door for somebody. It's funny, the other day, I digress for a second. I was getting gas and I was leaving and someone was coming in, and the fellow coming in scooched in first before I went out. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. It kind of felt weird because you're so used to someone being kind and holding the door for you to leave so they can come in. But I digress. So don't do that. But doing something like buying the person behind you the cup of coffee, giving a wave. Like he doesn't want people to go out and do big spend money. Just go do those kind deeds to other people. So I kind of kicked it off today, making sure that I shared his deed challenge in an email from my company. I did an email today, World Kindness Day, 3 different things you can celebrate, and his challenge was in there. And I did something from the Gratitude and Appreciation Summit, which you're going to talk about what we're doing for kindness in a week. And just like look for those kindness. So look on the Gratitude and Appreciation Summit Facebook page. You will definitely see the whole outline of it. You can always go onto Leon's website, leonlogothetis.com. Follow him on Instagram. He's very prevalent on Instagram. Hey, Kathy, 2 weeks ago, he interviewed astronaut Chris Hadfield. It was a dream come true. If you get an opportunity, watch on his YouTube channel. He does these really cool interviews where his staff arranges interviews for him and he doesn't know. It's like random conversations.
Cool.
And he doesn't get to see the person's face either for a while, I think. But as he is answering questions, he realizes it's Canadian astronaut Chris Hadfield. Well, let's just say it was a magical interview. It was incredible.
Oh, nice. I'm definitely going to check that out. Thank you for that. Oh, my goodness.
So what are we doing at the Gratitude and Appreciation Summit for World Kindness Day?
What are we doing today?
No, what are we doing to celebrate? We're going to make our announcement today.
We're making our announcement for next week.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, our ABCs workshop. Yes, our ABCs of gratitude and appreciation. See, I'm in the dark. Our ABCs of gratitude and appreciation workshop series next Saturday at 10:00 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Randy McNeely is going to be coming on and doing a workshop on kindness. And every time he speaks, it's something new and refreshing. He is so authentic and real. It's so refreshing seeing a man get emotional because he speaks from the heart so deeply. So yeah, you can check that out. It's the link, the Eventbrite is up and running. So check it out and come and join us for an hour. It's going to be fantastic.
Oh, he ties kindness and abundance together.
Yeah,
I'm really interested in how he's going to marry those two things together.
Yeah.
For our workshop next Saturday. Oh my gosh. So what else can we talk about? Kindness is just all over it. Like even I did chapter 27, which we'll get into after. Well, it's going to be perfect because we're going to be able to talk about kindness yet again next Sunday after our kindness seminar, our little workshop, and get back into the book. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Kindness. Just guys, go celebrate kindness with somebody. Instead of challenge, just go celebrate kindness with somebody.
Yeah.
You know, when you see somebody doing, that's the other good deed you can do, is when you see somebody else do kind for somebody else, give them a whoop whoop. Like give
exactly.
Them, give them a big smile, give them a high five from a distance. Because you know what? That seats what a good feeling is. Because I don't know about you, Kat. No, I do know you. When you get a good feeling, you're like, how can I get that feeling again and again and again and again? It's so much easier to live life in good feelings with gratitude.
Absolutely. Yeah, we need that positive energy. We need to build that positive energy. It's needed around this whole entire planet. Absolutely. So let's do it, folks. And just remember to be kind and do some good deeds and be kind to yourself as well. Be patient with yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us tonight, everybody. And we look forward to seeing you on Sunday next week.
And also Saturday too.
And Saturday.
And maybe Thursday too for Thankful Thursday.
And maybe Thursday. We're busy. We're just spreading the love there, Jeanette.
Okay, so you know what? Let's do 5 tonight.
I can't. I'm holding my phone. You go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'll do. How about you do the countdown then?
Okay.
Hands together.
So our hands are together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kindness out to the world, everybody. Have a good night. Be safe and try not to stay in the dark.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.